Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brooke and I'm a mom of 5 living with my husband and children on a remote farm in central Canada. This channel is kind of a record of our family's financial journey, getting out of debt, getting out of survival mode, and finding our way to financial freedom. So this week is one of those bare bones weeks that we often have here in our family. We are a farming family and we do have an erratic income, which means for most of the month we have small amounts of money trickling in, and then once a month we usually get a bigger chunk all at once. When that bigger chunk comes, that's when I pay all the bills. So for this week, I have put money aside for the mortgage, and now I've got what's left for our weekly expenses and hopefully a few sinking funds. It's really not much this week. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. $420 this week. And the bank was not open when I got there, so I do not have the denominations that I like to have because I needed to pull from the ATM and my options were limited. All right, so I'm kind of sad that I've got to stuff more bills into my wallet because that'll make it fat, but that's okay. It is what it is. And speaking of my wallet, I do need to grab that because I always forget to pull it out. You know, it should be routine by now, but I always forget to pull it out. So hold on one quick second. All right, these are my wallet envelopes. We've got groceries, gas, dog food, and the feed store where we pick up things we need for the livestock. Before I start stuffing them, we'll take a look and see what's left. Oh, this one I was very excited about. This is the old 10 when we still had paper money before we switched to these plastic bills. So this is what our 10 looks like now if you're not from Canada. And this is an old 10. So this one is dated 1989. And I was so excited to get this because I collect all the old money that's no longer being issued. So I'm actually going to put this aside to add to my little collection. And let me know down in the comments if you would like to actually see my collection of interesting bills sometime. And then by some miracle, I have $20 left. I don't know how that happened. So I'm going to add this to my grocery buffer just in case I need it for groceries in the future. When I get into my binders, we'll move that over. So groceries this week, I'm doing my typical 300, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. Oh man, my wallet's not going to be happy to have to close around all these bills. It's all good, it's all good. So I'll put that aside and that will go into the wallet. Next we have gas. So let's take a look. I know that I have rollover in here this week. I have some ones, a 10 and a 5, $17 left. And this is US cash because I do go across the border for my gas. I'm going to leave the 10 and the 5 in there, and I'm going to set these ones aside to use later. Okay, oops, sorry, plant. I got totally interrupted by a phone call, which was just one of those scam calls trying to get your personal information, and now I've completely lost track of what I was saying. At any rate, I have $15 left from last week's gas, and so this week I am going to put 50 in there, and oh, yes, I think I was saying this is US cash because I do convert my gas money over to US and go across the border for my gas because it's significantly cheaper. I think I did the calculations today, and if you take the US price per gallon and convert it to price per liter in Canadian dollars, it is currently the price per liter in Canadian dollars works out to be $1.12. Now, if I buy my gas here, I have to drive about 45 minutes to the closest gas station, and their price is $1.55 per liter. So I am saving a considerable amount of money going to the United States for my gas. And I'm just going to keep on doing that until it no longer makes sense for us to do it. So we've got 20, 40, 50, and then 15 US for gas this week. And put that aside for the wallet. Now, dog food. I just stocked up on dog food, so I'm not stuffing that this week. And I still have money left for the feed store. I think I'm just going to add a 5 to that. And all I need is one bag of feed this week. $25 should do it. So that's that for the wallet. All done with the wallet. Okay. Now here we go with my attempt to stretch this last bit of money as far as I can. Which always, feels a little, I wish I had so much more to put in these envelopes, but it is what it is. So the emergency fund this week is getting $5. We have 100 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90. So another $10, and then I will transfer another 100 into the high interest savings account. The grocery buffer, I'm going to add this 20 that I had left over. The kids are not getting spending money this week. I do need to put $20 into lessons and sports. They're not playing sports right now, but they do have a lot going on in regards to music lessons, and I think we have about 1 week left before they perform in front of an adjudicator on their instruments, and I just have to pay their accompanist one more time for that. So then I'll be able to slow down on stuffing the lessons envelope for a little while. Okay, and that's all for that binder this week. Next, I'm getting into my hay equipment envelope, which is in the farm and vehicle binder. Skipping a bunch of stuff here. The hay equipment, I am committed to adding money to every single pay period. And I did just transfer $100 from here into the savings, the high interest savings account. So it's looking a little sparse. But this week I'm going to put 10. So we now have 315. And it's actually more than that because all my loose change goes into that account as well. Okay, now that's it for that binder. This poor binder needs to start getting more love. I really just need to have a bit more money to work with one of these days. I tell you, stretching every little dollar as far as possible really gets old. Okay, so my daughter just had her birthday, so I'm not stuffing. Oh yes, I am. So the birthday envelope is empty because my daughter just had her birthday. However, we do have 2 April birthdays as well. So I'm going to put another $10 in there. So now we've got, oh, come on, not cooperating with me. There we go. We've got $10 in birthdays. And then I'm going all the way to the back here to trips. And in here I'm putting 5, 10, 15, 20 into trips. And I'm doing this because my youngest sister is due to have her first baby at the end of May or beginning of June, and I'm traveling out to the West Coast to be with her for that. Yeah, that'll be next month that I go. And this upcoming week, I've got to pay for my flight. So my mother booked the flights and I have to pay her my portion. So I hope I have enough here already. The flight was 185, so I've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145. So I need another $40 by next week to have the flight portion of the trip paid for. And then over the next few weeks, I'm just going to dump a bunch more money into this envelope so that I can eat and whatnot while I'm out there. Okay, so this here will go in my collection of old paper money. So we don't need to worry about that, but these US ones are going to go in here. Oh, and I should say, I'm not adding anything to these savings challenges today, but I do have these available as a set of 3 freebie in my Ko-fi, which is linked down in the description. Okay, so I've just been putting all my leftover ones, US ones, into this envelope in the back here. And I'm not entirely sure yet how I want to reallocate these, but let's see how many we've got now. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. $23. I keep going back and forth thinking, you know, maybe I should just take these and use them for gas when I go across to the US. Or maybe once I hit, you know, $50 or something, maybe I should convert it to Canadian and add it to the hay equipment fund. I haven't decided yet. Maybe you want to tell me what you think. Should I use it for gas or add it to the hay equipment fund? Let me know down in the comments. And that's that for this week's money. Short and sweet. And it's going to be a sparse week. I'm going to have to stretch this this money this week and just keep plugging away here. Thank you so much for being here. Your comments and support are always appreciated. I'll see you next time. Bye.